Okay, let's share the whiteboard. Okay. आज हम करने वाले हैं टू राउंड्स थ्योरम। इसका हम काफी कर चुके हैं, एक जैसे रिजल्ट है, बट प्रॉब्ली दिस वुड बी एन अनदर वन। ये जो सिमिलर रिजल्ट्स हैं उसको थोड़ा हम आज अलग करेंगे कुछ। टू राउंड्स थ्योरम। Two rounds theorem says if fz is a polynomial, if pz is a polynomial of degree n, which has all its zeros inside the unit disk, which has all its zeros, it means it vanishes inside. Okay. Inside the closed unit disk, then maximum of over mod z equal to 1, p dash of z is greater than or equal to n by 2, maximum modulus of z equal to 1, modulus of pz. The result is sharp, जैसे कि हम लिखते हैं, because the result is sharp and equality holds for if we take this polynomial. Equality holds for p of z is equal to z plus 1 raised to power n, or we can also check this polynomial z raised to power n plus 1. So इसमें क्या करना है, differentiate करना है, and then you show this particular thing. Of course this does vanish. इसके जो भी zeros हैं, इसका तो एक ही zero है, that's -1, that lies inside the closed unit disk, और इसके तो हैं nth roots of -1, they also lie on the unit disk. So you can do that. Let me leave that as a home assignment, this verification. Proof. Proof is rather easy है. So let z1, z2, z up to n be the zeros of pz, then you can write it as, we can factorize it like c times summation j runs from 1 to n z minus h, where of course the c cannot be 0 because it is the leading coefficient, and modulus of zj would be less than or equal to 1 for all j running between 1 and n. Okay, now as usual जैसा कि हम करते आए हैं, मतलब taking logs on both sides and differentiating. We've done this before. We will get p dash z by p of z is equal to summation j runs from 1 to n 1 by z minus zj, which would imply that z into p dash z divided by p of z is equal to summation j runs from 1 to n z divided by z minus zj. Okay, next. Now for points for z equal to e raised power iota theta, where theta lies between 0 and 2 pi, it means I am taking modulus of z equal to 1. We have real part of e raised power iota theta, p dash of e raised power iota theta divided by p of e raised power iota theta will be equal to real part of summation j runs from 1 to n e raised power iota theta e raised power iota theta minus, let me write here, rj e raised power iota theta j. Putting, of course, यहाँ पे हमने ये किया है, I have put set j in its polar form, right? मतलब तो इसका मतलब r j जो होगा वो less than equal to 1, right? Of course, theta j can be between 0 and 2 pi, of course, जैसे theta है. So which is equal to summation j runs from 1 to n, क्योंकि you can just sum the real parts separately. Real part of e raised power iota theta divided by e raised power iota theta minus rj e raised power iota theta j, which is equal to summation j runs from 1 to n, real part of 1 by 1 minus rj e raised power iota theta j minus theta. Okay, ये हो गया. Now we just show that इसका real part जो है, ये जो ये है, ये सभी bigger than equal to 1. Now let's consider, now we claim that real part of 1 by 1 minus rj e raised power iota theta j minus theta is greater than equal to half for all j running between 1 and n. Okay, let's call this star. Now star will be true. अब इसका real part क्या होगा? या हम directly कर सकते हैं. Now real part, should I do it directly or should I apply this thing? Okay, मतलब एक तो है सिंपल तरीका इसका रियल पार्ट इवैल्यूएट करना और दिखाना वो ग्रेटर देन इक्वल टू 1 है. सो लेट्स डू दैट. अब तुम्हारे नोट्स में थोड़ा सा डिफरेंट है. नाउ स्टार विल बी ट्रू. वो कब ट्रू होगा? इफ इसका रियल पार्ट इवैल्यूएट करते हैं. व्हाट वुड बी इट्स रियल पार्ट? नाउ रिमेंबर दिस. अगर मैं रफ पे जाऊं थोड़ा सा. नाउ जो इट इज 1 माइनस rj into e raised power iota theta j minus theta बराबर होगा एक्चुअली 1 minus rj cos of theta j minus theta, then I have plus iota sin of theta j minus theta. ऐसा होगा. So I can just, क्या बोलते हैं, इसको हम कर सकते हैं इस तरह से. 1 minus, इसका रियल पार्ट क्या होगा? पहले तो इसका खुद का रियल पार्ट, फिर रेसिप्रोकल का रियल पार्ट में पता ही है कैसे इवैल्यूएट करते हैं. तो इसका रियल पार्ट होगा, इसका, मेरी कहने का मतलब इसका रियल पार्ट ऑफ 1 माइनस rj e raised power iota theta j minus theta is equal to 1 minus rj cos of theta j minus theta, है ना. और अगर मैं इसका रेसिप्रोकल का रियल पार्ट लेना चाहूँ, सपोज यू पुट, दूसरे पेज में मैं जाऊँ. ओके, व्हाट आई एम ट्राइंग टू से इज दिस, कि अगर तुम्हारे पास कोई कॉम्प्लेक्स नंबर है a plus iota b, 1 plus a plus iota b किसके बराबर होता है? So it is basically a minus iota b divided by modulus of a plus iota b का स्क्वायर. ये होता है ना. This is the formula. तो उसका मतलब अगर मैं कहूँ what is real part of 1 by a plus iota b, so this is just actually a by root of a plus iota b का स्क्वायर, है ना. So that would mean what? अगर मैं वही यहाँ पे अप्लाई करूँ, so which is the same thing as real part of a plus iota b divided by a plus iota b का स्क्वायर. So अगर मैं इसका यूज करता हूँ तो इसका मतलब, so यहाँ पर मैं डायरेक्ट लिखूंगा थ्योरम में, that is real part of, okay, so that is, अगर मैं इसको डायरेक्ट लिखता हूँ, it would be, ऊपर आएगा 1 minus rj cos of theta j minus theta divided by I should take this इसका स्क्वायर यानी 1 minus rj cos of theta j minus theta, यहाँ पे इधर है यहाँ, रबर ओके, एडमिट फैसल rj into cos of theta minus theta j का स्क्वायर plus rj sin of theta j minus theta का स्क्वायर. Theta will be true if this is, मतलब रियल पार्ट इसका ये है. ऑफ कोर्स यहाँ का स्क्वायर है इधर, मतलब मैंने वही किया है ना एक्चुअली, a स्क्वायर प्लस b स्क्वायर, तो मैंने a स्क्वायर प्लस b स्क्वायर और ऊपर रियल पार्ट को हमने चेंज नहीं किया, मतलब यू कैन इजीली वैलिडेट दैट. सो इट वुड बी ट्रू इफ दिस इज ग्रेटर देन इक्वल टू 1/2. सो अगर मैं इसको लेट मी टेक द इसको थोड़ा ही ओके, तो ये करने के बाद it would be true if इसको twice into 1 minus rj cos of theta j minus theta ये is greater than equal to this square plus this square, तो हम इसका स्क्वायर इवैल्यूएट करते हैं. सो है 1 plus rj square cos square theta j minus theta minus twice rj cos of theta j minus theta plus rj square into sin of theta j minus theta का स्क्वायर. तो ये हमारा होगा यहाँ पे. अगर स्टार ट्रू है, अगर ऐसा है, which means that अगर ऐसा है, and of course अगर मैं इसको ऐड करूँ, you will get 1 plus rj square. So मैं next पेज पे जाता हूँ क्योंकि यहाँ जगह नहीं है, which implies that 2 जरा फिर से मैं करता हूँ 2 minus twice rj minus twice rj cos of theta j minus theta is greater than equal to, पीछे जाते हैं, सो ये और ये ऐड करके मुझे rj स्क्वायर मिलेगा, राइट. सो इट्स ग्रेटर देन इक्वल टू 1 plus rj स्क्वायर और क्या आएगा minus twice rj minus twice rj cos of theta j minus theta, and as you can see this and this cancels out, that is 2 is greater than equal to 1 plus rj square, which implies that rj square must be less than equal to 1, which is true, which is true because rj is less than equal to 1. तो by our assumption है कि सारे के सारे zeros within closed unit disk है, तो rj must be less than equal to 1. so reverse में जाएंगे तो हमें मिलेगा that real part of this thing is less than equal to 1. so hence let's call this equation 1. hence star is established, and star is established, and therefore from 1 I would get, we see, I would get this is greater than equal to 2. so each of these terms is greater than equal to 2, means right hand side is greater than equal to n by 2. yani I should have real part of e raised power iota theta p dash of e raised power iota theta divided by p of e raised power iota theta, इसका real part is greater than equal to n by 2, right? so which implies that real part of z divided by p dash of z divided by p of z is greater than equal to n by 2 for mod z equal to 1. Now we know that modulus of any complex number, अगर मैं लूँ z into p dash z divided by p of z जो है, it is greater than equal to real part of z p dash z divided by p of z is greater than equal to n by 2 for mod z equal to 1. और अगर मैं mod z को 1 ले रहा हूँ, it implies that modulus of p dash z divided by p of z is greater than equal to n by 2 for mod z equal to 1. हाँ हमें करना है except where p of z vanishes. ठीक है, ये हम बहुत बार कर चुके हैं. So which implies that p dash z जो है should be greater than equal to n by 2 times p of z for mod z equal to 1 or okay for mod z equal to 1 for all except at values of z where p of z is equal to 0. लेकिन अगर p of z 0 है then it is obviously true, but as at points क्योंकि ये 0 हो जाएगा, ये तो होगा ही modulus of anything is greater than equal to 0, but at points where let's call this second equation where p of z is equal to 0, second is trivially true, hence I have modulus of p dash z is greater than equal to n by 2 times p of z for mod z equal to 1, which implies that maximum mod z equal to 1 p dash z is greater than equal to n by 2 times maximum over mod z equal to 1 modulus of p of z. So that proves our Turan's theorem. Okay. Now we have a generalization. जैसे इससे पहले हमें बहुत सारे theorems की generalization थी, इसी तरह से है अपना what we call a generalization of Turan's theorem. Generalization of, क्योंकि यहाँ पे हमने माना था सारे 0 are less than equal to 1, अब हम लेंगे all zeros are within the closed disk of radius k. So that would be the next step. So generalization of Turan's theorem. Of course, this is by some M.A. Malik. So ये statement जैसे कि मैंने कहा था क्या होगा इसमें, if p of z is a polynomial of degree n, polynomial of degree n, having all its zeros in the closed unit disk of radius k, having all its zeros inside mod z less than equal to k, of course k has to be less than equal to 1, then maximum of mod z equal to 1 p dash z is greater than equal to n by 1 plus k maximum over mod z equal to 1 of pz. Of course, अगर k को 1 put करें तो we will get the two answer. The result is sharp. Again, that is a home assignment. Easier as the equality holds for p of z equal to z plus k raised to power n. So again we will just do, so जैसे कि हमने इससे पहले किया था, आधा तरीका तो ऑलमोस्ट हाफ वे तो हमें वैसे ही जाना है जैसे पहले ट्यूरांस थ्योरम में गए थे. तो हम कहेंगे let z1 z2 zn be all the zeros of p of z inside क्या था हमारा mod z less than equal to k है इसके सारे zeros, where k is less than equal to 1. We can write p of z as, you know, we can just factorize it. J runs from 1 to n, z minus j, where of course this leading coefficient cannot be 0 क्योंकि degree n है, and modulus of zj is less than equal to k for all j running between 1 and n. So again, taking logarithms and differentiating, जैसा कि हम करते हैं, taking logarithms on both sides and differentiating. What you get? You get p dash z by p of z is equal to summation j runs from 1 to n 1 by z minus zj, which would, as usual, जो हम करते आए हैं, z into p dash z divided by p of z is equal to summation j runs from 1 to n z minus zj. Okay, this gives for points. This gives for points on the unit disk I z equal to e raised by iota theta, where theta lies between 0 and 2 pi, other than the zeros of p, क्योंकि हम division में है, other than zeros of p, चलो मैं लिखता हूँ pz, matter actually. I would get real part of e raised power iota theta, p dash of e raised power iota theta divided by p of e raised power iota theta is equal to real part of summation j runs from 1 to n e raised power iota theta divided by e raised power iota theta minus e raised power, चलो मैं लिख देता हूँ जैसा कि हम करते आए हैं, there is nothing, taking zj equal to rj e raised power iota theta j in its polar form, where of course rj जो है वो less than equal to k, that is the modulus of zj for all j. So which is equal to summation j runs from 1 to n, जैसा कि हमने इससे पहले किया था, मतलब ऑलमोस्ट क्या मतलब एक जगह हमें थोड़ा चेंज करनी है प्रूफ में, अदरवाइज it is the same. So it would be 1 by 1 minus rj e raised power iota theta j minus theta, यहाँ पर ब्रैकेट है iota. ओके, अब हम इसको दिखाएंगे. This is greater than equal to actually 1 by k something, हाँ 1 by 1 plus k, क्योंकि हमें वहाँ डिनोमिनेटर में चाहिए, जैसे वहाँ दिखाया था हमने, this was greater than equal to n by 2, कुछ ऐसा ही करना होगा. Okay, now let's check it. Now the real part of जो हमारा, चलो इसको नाम देते हैं, equation 1. Okay, now real part of 1 by 1 minus rj e raised power iota theta j minus theta, I just multiply it by its conjugate. It would be, इसका conjugate क्या होगा, इसका conjugate तो यही होगा 1 का, और of course इसका iota की जगह minus iota. Now that's the idea of a conjugate. So I can write it as real part of, right here. पहले तो मैं लिखूंगा यहाँ पे, इसके conjugate से मैं ऊपर भी multiply करूंगा, जो कि ये होगा थीटा j माइनस थीटा, और नीचे भी, तो उससे कोई फर्क नहीं पड़ेगा, आयु माइनस आयोटा थीटा j माइनस थीटा इंटू 1 प्लस 1 माइनस ये आर j e raised प्लस यहाँ पे है e raised पर आयोटा थीटा j माइनस थीटा. So that's fine. So just multiply it or whatever, and you can write it as real part of 1 minus rj, I think it would be cos of theta j minus theta. Of course, then I should have, of course, यहाँ पे minus है. So let me write it like this. Then minus iota sine of theta j minus theta whole divided by, of course, ये मैंने इसको separate किया into real and imaginary parts, or I am looking for the real parts. So as you can see, तो इसका real part क्या होगा, नीचे नीचे तो ये रियल ही होगा because I'm multiplying it by its conjugate. It should be 1 minus modulus of z square. But nevertheless, we can just write it down. So it would be 1. Look at this. पहले तो this into this क्या होगा? अगर मैं इसको मल्टीप्लाई करूं, e raised power minus something into e raised power plus something would be 1. Same thing है ना? The bases are same positive, so it would be e raised power 0. तो पहले तो मुझे मिलेगा minus rj square. Minus की plus, minus into minus is plus, so it would be plus rj square. और of course then ये हो गया ये this into this. अब दो terms और हैं. वो है this multiplied by this into this multiplied by this. यहाँ मैं गलत कर गया इधर. So it should be minus rj e raised power minus iota theta j minus theta, and then minus rj into e raised power iota theta j minus theta. So that's basically what we do. और मैंने इसको थोड़ा लंबा किया खामखा क्योंकि मैं इसको ऐड कर सकता था in the mind also, because this is the conjugate, you are multiply adding, anyways doesn't matter. So it would be 1 plus rj cos of minus rj cos of theta j minus theta minus iota, actually plus होना चाहिए क्योंकि यहाँ माइनस ठीक है, हालांकि उससे फर्क नहीं पड़ता. क्यों? क्योंकि हम रियल पार्ट के पीछे हैं, है ना. होल डिवाइडेड बाय, अब इसको जरा पकड़ते हैं. तो rj कॉमन, अंदर क्या बचेगा? कैन यू गेस? बड़ा इजी है. So it is actually a complex number. To be minus rj, I think it should be twice real part. When you add a complex number to its, it should be rj. मैं direct लिखता हूँ. It should be cos of theta j minus theta. You are adding a complex number with its conjugate. What you get is twice the real part. अब जाहिर सी बात है नीचे real है तो इसका real part क्या होगा? This is just 1 minus rj cos of theta j minus theta divided by 1 plus rj square minus twice rj cos of theta j minus theta. ठीक है? Now what we do, we claim that 1 minus rj, let's go, okay, cos of theta j minus theta into right hand side है, ये है r sub j divided by 1 plus rj square minus twice rj cos of, यहाँ bracket है, theta j minus theta is greater than equal to 1 plus rj. Call this equation second. क्योंकि हम 1 कर चुके हैं. Call this star. We claim star. Now star will be true, जैसा कि हम इससे पहले कर चुके हैं. Now star will be true if 1 plus rj into 1 minus rj cos of theta j minus theta is greater than equal to, ये यहाँ चला गया, कैसे हो गए? जरा देखते हैं पीछे क्या था. देखो, this into this is greater than equal to this into this, तो it is rj, तो वापस जाते हैं. तो मैंने ठीक लिखा, माइनस प्लस में कुछ गड़बड़ तो नहीं. 1 plus rj into minus rj cos theta j is greater than equal to 1 minus twice r sub j cos of theta j minus theta plus rj square. Right? क्या करेंगे? इसको थोड़ा एक्सपेंड करेंगे. So you'll get 1 minus rj cos of theta j minus theta. Then I have, अब rj से मैं ऐड किया तो plus rj minus rj square into cos of theta j minus theta is greater than equal to 1 minus twice rj cos of theta j minus theta plus rj square. अब हम क्या करेंगे? इसको यहाँ लाएंगे और ये जो अपना rj है इसको यहाँ ले जाते हैं. So let's see what happens. So it implies that 1 तो खैर कैंसिल हो गए, दोनों साइड्स पे है. So what are we left with? So इसको यहाँ लाएंगे तो it would be twice the same thing. So it should be plus rj cos of theta j minus theta minus rj square into cos of theta j minus theta, और इसको यहाँ ले जाएंगे, इसको हम यहाँ ले चुके हैं, तो it should be greater than equal to rj square minus rj. So ये ट्रांसपोजिशन के बाद as usual हम rj कॉमन निकालेंगे, क्या बचेगा अंदर? एक्चुअली rj cos of theta j minus ये कॉमन है ना, अंदर क्या बचेगा? क्योंकि ये तो कॉमन है, it should be 1 minus rj square 1 minus rj नहीं 1 minus rj क्योंकि rj कॉमन, बिल्कुल सही. हाँ, is greater than equal to, let's see, it is rj into 1 minus rj. ये ट्रू तब होगा, नहीं यहाँ गलत हो गया, चलो मैं माइनस बाहर निकालता हूँ, डजंट मैटर, है ना. जो rj नेगेटिव है rj स्क्वायर प्लस है, so I can just cancel it out. Why? Because rj is less than equal to k, which is less than equal to 1. So this is a, or this is a non-negative thing. So you can just cancel it out on both sides, right? और कोई फर्क नहीं पड़ेगा. So it implies that rj भी खत्म होगा क्योंकि वो of course positive है. So what am I left with? So that is cos of theta j minus theta is greater than equal to 1, which is always true. कोई भी cos theta को, which is always true. यहाँ लिख लो बजाय यहाँ के if लिख लो, that is if ये implies नहीं, हम चाहते हैं ना if ये होगा, बजाय इसको लिखो that is if this is true, which is always true, hence star is established. स्टार एस्टैब्लिश हो गया क्योंकि ये हमेशा ट्रू है, हम रिवर्स इंजीनियरिंग से पहुंच सकते हैं कि दिस इज ग्रेटर देन इक्वल टू 1 by rj, राइट. सो हेंस फ्रॉम सेकंड we have real part of ये जो अपना था, चलो मैं फिर से लिखता हूँ 1 by 1 minus rj e raised power क्या था अपना iota theta j minus theta is greater than equal to 1 by 1 plus rj for all j running between 1 and n. Hence from first वहां सब्स्टिट्यूट करेंगे, मेरे कहने का मतलब है फर्स्ट कौन सी थी अपनी, यस दिस वन. Now this is greater than equal to 1 by 1 plus rj. So hence from equation first, I should have what? I should have real part of e raised power iota theta into p dash at e raised power iota theta divided by e raised power iota theta, p of e raised power iota theta should be greater than equal to summation j runs from 1 to n 1 by 1 plus rj, right? Now rj is less than equal to k, which means 1 plus rj is less than equal to k for all j, of course, which means 1 by 1 plus rj is greater than equal to 1 by k for all what 1 less than j less than 1, which implies that real part of e raised power iota theta p dash of e raised power iota theta divided by p of e raised power iota theta is greater than equal to 1 by k, so it should be 1 by k plus 1. Oh, sorry, k plus 1, k plus 1. This is summation j runs from 1 to n 1 by 1 by k plus 1, which is nothing but n divided by k plus 1. So which implies that real part of z p dash z divided by p of z is greater than equal to n divided by k plus 1 for mod z equal to 1 except at points where p of z vanishes, right? Which which implies that, of course, मैं सीधे लिखता हूँ mod of z p dash z divided by p of z is greater than equal to n divided by k plus 1 for mod z equal to 1 except at points where pz vanishes. अब mod z equal to 1 है तो इसको हटा सकते हैं, तो you write that, which implies that mod of p dash z is greater than equal to n divided by k plus 1 multiplied by mod of pz for mod z equal to 1. Let's call it whatever, third equation, whatever जो भी number था, except at points where p of z vanishes. But वही जो हमने इससे पहले लिखा था, p of z at points where p of z vanishes, third is trivially true. Trivially true, which implies that p dash z is greater than or equal to n divided by k plus 1 p of z modulus for mod z equal to 1 and taking maximum, hence maximum over mod z equal to 1 p dash z is greater than or equal to n divided by k plus 1 maximum of mod z equal to 1 of p of z. So this finishes our theorem जो इसकी जनरलाइजेशन है. अब कुछ 1 मिनट रह गया था और आज थोड़ा नमाज भी है तो अच्छा हुआ ये खत्म हो गया. और मैं ये जानना चाहता हूँ तुम में से वो उम्र है वहां पे 20, मैंने 19 आज प्रेजेंट है. इज उमर देयर?